right, hello, good evening. Greetings, fellow foam fans. Got a bag from Amazon. There might be a pair of Crocs inside. I know you're all excited. Sorry, drinking coffee, I'll edit that. I'm very excited for this one. Alright, I have some guesses as to how this is going to fit, and I think they're going to be small. If it fits like the previous Echoes, I'm going to struggle with sizing on these, but we'll still get a video out of it. And you never know. They might be okay. They might be okay. So I was talking about the getting the RO Echo, the Realtree APX Echo RO Clog. That's a mouthful. I was looking at these on the Crocs website. They're like $90. And I've been struggling with the coupons lately with Crocs. They just don't work anymore. The past two that they mailed me, I tried to use, and it says it was expired. I wasn't able to use them. So I've been struggling with the coupons, and this was a model I really wanted to use coupons for, but I went and looked around, and I found them on Amazon. They had them for $75 on sale with free shipping, so I figured that was good. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll see how they are. Because I've struggled with Echo Clogs in the past. They don't fit me. The 12s are too big. The 11s are too small. Same thing with some of the other Echo line. I spoke about that in reference to the Echo Slides. And other Echoes in the past. I struggle with the Echo. Just their sizing. But I wanted to try out the Realtree with the RO, because they look kind of cool. I wanted to see what this model was all about. I noticed it had the gum bottom, and it reminded me of the Echo Boot a little bit. Someone else's dog fur on these. Sorry. But I was curious on them. So here we are, $75 later. We have acquired the RO gum in the Realtree. So let's go take a read, see what the world has to say about these, or at least what Crocs has to say about these. And then when I return, we'll take a look at them, and I want to put them up next to these puppies, because they got some similar things going on, which I'm excited to wear those. We're getting back into the cooler weather season, so those will make an appearance in the future. Finally be able to get to do my winter walk in those. But all right, let's go read. All right, let's take a look at the RO Gum Clog in the Realtree APX colorway. So these retail for $89.99, and they are not in any shortage of sizing right now. So looks pretty nice on the webpage. Some nice photos. I'll record all of that while I'm reading. Alright, let's take a look at the product details. Realtree APX Echo RO Clog. The Echo collection is for those who want comfort without compromising their look. Now we've added a rubber outsole to the beloved Echo Clog and a Realtree camouflage print. This fully molded clog is anything but conformist. With bold sculpting, sport inspiration, and a new rugged outdoor feel, the full-length rubber outsole has been designed to flow seamlessly with the organic lines of the Echo Clog and offer more capable traction across any terrain. With cross-like construction and a Literide drop-in footbed, you can stay comfortable no matter where you're headed. I like that. I love me some Literide. Realtree APX Echo RO Clog details. Realtree camouflage print, incredibly light and easy to wear, fully molded cross-slide upper, full-length rubber outsole, rubber detailing on back strap, water-friendly and buoyant, easy to clean and quick to dry, heel pad and back strap for extra comfort, customizable with Gibbet's charms, Literide footbed, revolutionary sink-in softness, innovative comfort. All right. And I think that's everything. So let's go take a look, and I want to make sure that it does have the full-length rubber outsole to it. So we will inspect and see. Okay. Alright. I'm kind of excited for these. I've wanted a pair of Echo Clogs for a while, but like I mentioned before, I just struggle with the fit. So I'm hoping the fit has shifted a little bit with this model to where they work with my foot. So there's a very nice back strap on it. Let's start with that, because they mentioned that there was a rubber inlay on the back strap, and I see it there. That's kind of cool. That will probably make this last a little bit longer. I periodically, on like Amazon reviews and stuff, I'll see that people's back straps will rip down the middle of the crosslight. So having that little, it looks like the canvas goes all the way through, and that rubber inlay there is on top of this canvas. So that'll make these a little more durable. And then we've got our variation of gibbet holes, which these look a little bit bigger than the standard holes in the top of the Echo. I don't know. It might just be because of the green. It might just be because of the green. There are a few more though, but we do have the toes. So I guess they're relative. They do look bigger though. Like if you look at the smallest ones on the top here, like those are bigger. So minor difference. Minor detail. You know me. I gotta point out what I see. We got our Realtree plastic rivet there. And plastic hardware. So the Realtree wrap looks pretty clean. I have no complaints with the camo pattern. It looks good. It's I'm not seeing any like holes or bubbles and stuff. Like I don't know if you remember the Timmy Ham. Most of you probably didn't watch that video. I didn't get too many views, but the Timmy Ham, if you look with this wrap, there's little bubbles where it didn't, little white spots popping through where the wrap didn't adhere properly. Yeah, right there. So there is an issue with EVA and with wraps and stuff. And the Realtree is pretty clean. Though I imagine Crocs has a little more experience doing the wraps than Kane does. But alright, so we've got our standard Echo design. We've got the sculpted bottom, which is akin to the other Echoes. I pointed that out with the slide. It's that same sculpted bottom to it, which is very unique. It's kind of a signature of the Echo line, but this is different. They've got a little more work going on the top here. It's like that full rubber insert on the toe. That's kind of cool. And then there's some cross light popping through, some bands of cross light. That's nice. It's following the lines. They carried that in up there. That's nice because you get an inversion, you know, because you've got the cross light coming through on the rubber, whereas before it's like the rubber coming up over the cross light. So I like that little detail there. That's a nice toe. These are pretty good. I'm digging how they did the rubber inlay. So it does kind of stretch across the whole footbed, and then it comes back up on the heel again too, like it does on the toe. So that's pretty cool. Looks pretty good. I went with the 11. I sized down, so we'll see how these fit. If they fit like other Echoes, they're going back. But fingers crossed. I would like an Echo Clog. It would be nice if it could be these, because these are pretty fancy. I think these are the most premium Echo Clog I've come across. So this whole RO gum thing is rather new to me. So, and then we've got the Literide footbed, as you can see, which is super squishy. And it looks like it's got a big, like, curve on the back heel area, dude. I don't know if you see that. I don't think that's on the slides. Well, maybe it is. It's just not as dramatic. It just seems like it's rather dramatic on that. Yeah, it comes up a little higher, you see? So, worth noting. So we got a bit of a heel cup over the slides. I wanted to just compare them real quick to these boots, these Futura Labs, the Echo boots. This is the Z Shield boot. These are really sweet, these Futura Labs. I didn't really get to wear them last year. I think it was the end of the season when I kind of got them, and I had to resize. I had to order up with these. Much like the last boot that we just got, the Cypress boot, I had to size up with those. These fit pretty much identical as the Cypress boot. Here, let me pull this up a little more. Okay, but I just wanted to look at the rubber inlay on these and compare it to the rubber inlay on these, because they're kind of relative, and I think these kind of like inspired these, because you can see the similarities. It's pretty much the same treatment, even on the heel there. So these Z Shield, these Futura Lab boots came out last year, these Echo boots. So they seem to have borrowed the same pattern as far as the rubber inlay goes. So it's not bad. I imagine this rubber gives it a little more traction. So I just wanted to point that out. They're kind of borrowing from this silhouette here, which is a pretty nice boot. I still have the cardboard and stuff in it. It's just been sitting for the last year, so it'll be cool to wear those. But these are good. I'm digging them, just with the design. Just the design itself. I hope they fit. So, and it's got the Literide too. That's one thing about these. They don't have the Literide. I'm 90% sure they don't, because it's just got like a felt liner on the bottom. So even though they call these Echo, they don't have the Literide in them, as far as I know, unless that felt is hiding the Literide. But who knows? All right, let's go ahead and throw these on foot. I think we've said everything we needed to say about them in hand. All right, yeah, because I do not have an Echo Clog in the collection, so it would be nice if it could be these. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I'm hoping they're good. Same problem. Same problem, same fit. Let me see if I put it on without the strap. So these are half size. Well, yeah, same problem, man. The Echoes just don't fit me. It's like the 11s are the same size as my foot. Like my toes are right on the end. My toes are right here, and I've got like 1/4 of an inch in front of the big toe, but the rest of my toes are right on the end. And I can feel where that line is on on most of your Crocs. They've got that toe groove, you know, and on these, and it's the same thing with all the other Echoes, and that's how I know they're half size too small, is like that toe groove it's back past where it should be on my feet. So it's like back on the pad of my foot with the toe groove. So it's not nestling in. It's not nestling in where the toe groove should be. It's back here on the pad of my foot. So these are gonna go back, but we will still get a review on them. All right, we'll just go straight down first, and then I'll get the footage after. So, and the way these fit, like the 12s are too big. So I mean the 11s are barely too small for me. Like they're the same size as my foot. So, whoops. So whenever I go up to the 12s, let me turn this fan off. So whenever I go up to the 12s and the Echoes, they're too big, because the 11s are barely too small. Alright, so I'll just focus on these right now. But they feel like your standard Echo Clog. You can hear that rubber on the wood floor. They do feel a little more elevated than the standard Echo. But it's been a while since I had the Echo Clog on foot, so I can't say for certain. But these do have a good height about them. They're kind of like a good off-road clog, you could say, if you needed a little more height to go through some little more outdoorsy environments, you know, a little more muddy environments. I think these would be pretty good for that. So if you're looking for like a little more of a rugged clog, would be good for some more outdoorsy environments. This is probably one of your better options without going to a boot. These are kind of like a good hiking shoe, croc, I guess you could say. I need to stop saying that. I guess you could say. So yeah, it's like a good hiking croc, and they're very comfortable with the Literide footbed. They do feel a little firmer having that that rubber inlay, but they're still really comfortable though. You can't go wrong with the Literide. But it is a contained Literide, so it's not getting the full compression as like the InMotion clog. Check out my top foam shoe video for more information regarding compression and foam and the Literide footbed. The Literide foam in its application, depending on how it's being used, it has more or less compression to it. And this is kind of a firmer compression. Just with it being contained, it doesn't have the room to expand like it does on the InMotion clog. So these are good if you're looking for an Echo Clog. This is probably the most premium one they've come out with so far, having this rubber inlay. I imagine it does provide sufficient traction on other surfaces. It's grabbing very well on this wood surface. Like, it doesn't want to slide at all. So it might be good on other stuff too, but I think I remember reading reviews that they don't do well on wet surfaces. Somebody was like slipping on a wet surface and they were dangerous, but I don't know for certain. They're grabbing on this wood, on this dry wood surface. So, man, I'm bummed. I'm bummed with these, but I was suspicious. I had a feeling it was going to be just like the other Echoes. And it is. It's literally like, it's like a third of an inch. If I had just a little more space on the toe box, but they're right there, man. I just can't do them. After like an hour of them on foot, my feet would be getting sore. My toes would be getting sore from being right on the toe, right on the edge there. But what was it? The Echo Wave, that really popular model, same thing. I got them in the 11s, and they were just ever so small on me. Even if they had the toe more rounded, maybe I just have more of a squared toe. But if it wasn't, here, let me get the top down. I can show you. I was having a conversation with a viewer about this the other day, because he was saying how he has more of a squared off toe, and he runs into issues with stuff like this to where it's rounded right here. We need it like straight, more flat. I guess mine are a little more squared right here, you can see. So I'm having issues right here on this slope because I've got a little bit of a square before it curves on my foot. It comes out a little further. So like on these, it's like I need it to start a little later, I guess, instead of earlier. I don't know. But it's right there. It's right there. Bummer, dude. But these are good though. If you're looking for, like I said, if you're looking for a nice Echo Clog, this is probably the nicest clog that they've got out right now, as far as their Echo line goes. But it's just the sizing on these don't fit me. So I could go up and try the 12s, but I've tried the Echo 12s on in the store, and they were too big. I didn't like them. They felt too clumsy, and they're too loose. So these fit just like the rest of the Echo 11s, so I know the 12s are going to be too big again. So we'll send them back, but hey, at least we got them. At least we got to take a look at them, check them out. They're pretty cool. But I can't do the Echo, man. Just the sizing of them, how they land. They just don't work with me. Oh well, what can you do? You buy all the other Crocs, that's what you do. Just kidding. All right, let's wrap this up. I think I've said everything I needed to say about those. All right, so the RO Gum Echo Clog. I was suspicious that was going to happen. They fit kind of like the rest of them, so I had a feeling that I was going to struggle with the sizing. But we still got to look at them. We got a video out of them. They're pretty cool. If you're looking for an RO clog, or an Echo Clog, I should say, the Realtree is pretty decent. You got your nice camo wrap to it, so if you're kind of use it for like a little more of a hiking shoe, so to speak, it's kind of filling that role. It's fitting that vibe, having the camo wrap on it. So whether or not it's worth the extra $10 premium, that's up to you. I don't think it's too bad having another $10 on it. So I liked them. I liked them over the rest of them. I thought the gray one was kind of cool, but the Realtree was better. So we tried, and same thing as all the other Echoes. So it just reassures my my fears with the Echo line that they don't work for me. They don't fit my feet, but they might fit yours. So hey, it is what it is. I know a lot of other people struggle with other Croc models. They just don't fit their feet regardless of the size. That's the downside with the foam shoes only being on whole sizes. A lot of people struggle with different brands and whatnot regarding the whole size jumps. So I mean, I know it's not just me and the Echoes. I know a lot of other people have this issue with other foam shoe lines and other Croc lines too. But yeah. So I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and comments below regarding the Echo Clogs. Let me know if you struggle as well with the sizing with the Echo line. So, all right. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers.